Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Christmas might be over, but there's one iconic story we just have to talk about. The three wise men. We see them in every nativity scene, right? Three kings on camels, carrying fancy gifts for the baby Jesus. But how much of that is actually true, and how much is just tradition? Let's dive into the real story behind these mysterious visitors. First off, the Bible never actually says there were three of them. The Gospel of Matthew, the only place they're mentioned, just refers to Magi from the east. The number three probably came from the three gifts they brought: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And get this, it doesn't say they were kings either. They were Magi, which is where we get the word magic. These guys were more like priestly scholars, experts in astrology, religion, and the natural world. Think of them as the most brilliant scientists and philosophers of their time in ancient Persia or modern-day Iran. So, what brought them all the way to Jerusalem? A star. But this wasn't just any star. They saw a specific celestial event that their studies told them signified the birth of a new king of the Jews. This was a huge deal. They traveled for months, maybe even up to 2 years, following this star. Imagine that journey. Hundreds of miles across deserts and mountains, all based on their faith in this astronomical sign. When they finally arrived in Jerusalem, they did what any sensible person would do. They went to the current king, Herod, and asked, "Hey, where's the newborn king of the Jews? We saw his star, and we've come to worship him." Now, this was not good news for King Herod. He was a deeply paranoid ruler, and the last thing he wanted was a rival to his throne. He pretended to be helpful, gathering his own priests and scribes to figure out where the Messiah was prophesied to be born. They told him Bethlehem. So Herod sent the Magi to Bethlehem with a sinister request. "Go and find the child. And when you do, come back and tell me so I can go and worship him too." But of course, he had no intention of worshipping. He wanted to eliminate this potential threat. The Magi continued on their way, and the star they had been following reappeared and led them directly to the house where the young child, Jesus, was with his mother, Mary. And this is another popular misconception. They probably didn't arrive on the night Jesus was born. Given the length of their journey and Herod's later actions, Jesus was likely a toddler, maybe 1 or 2 years old, living in a house, not a baby in a manger. When they found him, the Magi were overjoyed. They knelt down and worshipped him, presenting their famous gifts. These weren't random presents. Gold was a gift for a king. Frankincense was an incense used in temple worship, a gift for a deity. And myrrh, an embalming oil, was a gift that eerily foreshadowed his future suffering and death. Each gift was packed with symbolic meaning. After their visit, the Magi were warned in a dream not to return to Herod. So, they wisely listened and returned to their country by a different route, completely foiling Herod's evil plan. Their story is one of faith, courage, and wisdom. It's about following a light in the darkness, even when the path is long and uncertain. It reminds us that sometimes the greatest journeys are quests for truth. So next time you see those three figures in a nativity set, remember the incredible true story of the scholarly Magi who traveled across the world, guided by a star, to honor a child they knew would change everything. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories like this. See you in the next video.